Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us continue with the next question. So this question belongs to GATE CSE 2 2020 guys. Okay, so the question is consider the C code. So they gave the C code and they are asking find a value returned by fun to 5. Okay, so I think we cannot solve this question also here. So let us take a rough sheet for this. Okay, so let us start. So fun 2 of 5 I am calling. Okay, yes. So here this function will be called first, right? Yes. So let us start. So here we are creating a static variable I is equals to 0. Okay, so here also we are creating a static variable. Okay, so let me write for this a fun2 heading. Okay, f2 I am writing. So for this let us write f1. So I equal to 0. So that will be assigned later on. So don't worry. Okay, yes. So static int I equal to 0. Okay, so then what we are doing? So we initialize the value. Then you are checking whether the input which you gave, that is n, is greater than 0 or not. If it is a greater, you are writing I value. So what is I? Okay, so I is nothing but 0. So you are doing a 0 plus the value of fun1 of 5. So you are calling this function with 5 value. Okay, so what this function is doing? So this function has initialized the I value to 0. Okay, and what this function is doing is if it is greater than 0, it is going to increment itself. Okay, so it became 1 now, and it is going to call fun1. So okay, so it's going to call itself. Okay, so fun1 of n minus 1. So what is n minus 1? That it will be nothing but 4, right? Yes. So it will call again itself fun1 of 3. So it will again increment to 2 and it will call 3. So again it will call fun of 2 and it will increment itself, right? Yes. So it will increment and call. So I am doing it reverse. Okay. So again it will increment and it will call fun1, right? Yes. Okay, or is there any printing mistake, guys? So just give me a second. I think this is a printing mistake, guys. Just give me a second. I'm having a negative feeling on this. Okay, but it's not a printing mistake. That's a happy thing for me. Okay, yes. So let us continue anyway. Okay, yes. So what will fun1 will print? So fun1 will come and it will increment this again to 5 and it will make it fun0. So if it is a 0, this loop will not execute. So what we are going to return, will be returning 5 here. Okay, so what will be the result, guys? It will be nothing but 5 plus 1, right? Yes. So the result will be 15, right? Sorry, 5, right? So it is 5 plus 0. The result should be 5. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got a clear idea on this question. The question seems to be a bit complex, but it's really easy, right? Yes. Okay, sorry. There is a small twist for this now. Okay, so the question is not yet done, guys. Okay, so the question still exists because this we have completed, but this is there and this loop should also run, right? Okay, so this is a complex question to be clear. Okay, yes. So now we got a 5 as the result for this I value. Okay, so now this I value has been updated to 5. Okay. Okay, so now what we are doing here? So you are again calling fun2 of n minus 1, right? Okay, so you are calling itself. Okay, so now I got the logic here. So once you got this as a result, okay, so now you are again calling fun2 of 4. Okay, so now what will be the result, guys? So if you understood the logic here, so what it is doing exactly here, it is just counting the numbers. So basically if you entered 5, so it incremented this value by 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, right? So now if I pass a 4 there, so what will it do? It will increment by 4. What's there in that? So 5 plus 4 is nothing but 9. So after this whole execution, the result will be 9, right? Yes. Okay, so if I return this value here, so I will be adding 5 plus 9. So what will be the result? That will be 14. Okay, so again I will be calling fun of 2 with 3, right? Yes. So again here it is a 3. So it will go up to 12, right? So 9 plus 3 is 12. Okay, and now this 12 will again add to our result. So our result will be 14 plus 12. That will be 26, right? Yes. Okay, so now moving on. So we got 26, right? Yes. So again this fun will call fun2 of 2, right? So again this will increment this by 2. So that will become 14. Okay, now this 14 will add up here. So the result will be 40. Nice. 40, right? Yes. So moving on, again this will pass fun1. So at the end, the last call, guys. So fun1. So this will increment this by 1, 15. So now this will add here. So that will be nothing but 55. Got it? Yes. So the result will be 55. Got it? Yes. So it's a quite simple problem. But the only thing is I forgot to write this function, guys. So basically when I wrote 2 steps, I wrote only 2 steps. I wrote only this step in 2 parts, but I forgot this step. So that was a silly mistake which I was about to do and which I noticed really early, right? Yes. So just the logic of this is it is just adding a sum with that, guys. So basically whatever value you are passing, it is adding to its existing value I. As it is a static value, it is going to store it, right? So that is the reason why it is always getting incremented. And this incremented value we are adding with our existing value, and we ended up at 55. Got it? Yes. It's a quite simple problem, but the only thing is logic is clear here, right? Yes. So I hope everyone got a clear idea on this question. So in the next lecture, let us continue with the next question. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.